Hey guys, so today I am going to a potluck and I wanted to show you guys an awesome recipe that I love to make for dinner or just for a snack. It's a low carb, high protein stuffed pepper. So a really great way to get in some extra vegetables. You can hide the vegetables in the meat mixture, and the cup that the food actually sits in is a green pepper. I will go ahead and list the recipe below this video. I'm not going to through all the amounts of everything just because you won't remember, but I will list it all out in exact amounts so you can make the recipe at home on your own, and then let me know how you guys like it. I hope that all these kind of recipes and all these videos that I make, I just hope they help you and give you some extra ideas to help you eat better in the long run. So all right guys, here we go. Okay, so I already did a lot of preparing just so I didn't have to take up the whole video in showing you guys those extra steps. So basically what I did is I browned 1 pound of lean ground turkey. Here's the container. And basically I just put it in the pan with a little bit of oil and I just browned it all. You may want to make sure that with any kind of beef or turkey that you, or chicken of course, you want to cook it until there's no pink left. Beef you can leave a little pink, but I just like to cook on the safe side and make sure there's no pink left. So I went ahead and browned all that, and then I also cut some green pepper in half. So as you can see, like this is a whole green pepper. Cut it in half, and I removed all the seeds, and I actually went ahead and removed a bunch of the inner stuff, like the little, the white parts, just because that way if you remove more, you can add in a lot, you can fill a lot more meat and rice in here. So I went ahead and did that, and then I just laid them out in a pan. So I have 3 green peppers here total.
Hey guys. Arlo, seriously, is it ready yet or what? I'm tired of
No,
waiting.
it's not. Go take a nap. It'll be ready soon.
Jeez.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. Okay, so I have the ground turkey here. I also went ahead and chopped up some onions super fine. You can also put it in a food processor if you want, just to save time. But basically, I'm just going to use that. And I also am going to use a quinoa and rice blend, a brown rice blend. What you can do is you can always cook your own. This is just nice and quick because it's in a bag. Okay, so there's 2 cups in here. I'm just going to go ahead and empty the whole thing in this bowl. This is the brand I'm using. Also going to empty the ground turkey in the bowl. So I usually don't measure my vegetables just because most of them are low carb anyways. The higher sugar or the higher carb vegetables, obviously potatoes, carrots, things like that. I do measure a little bit, but still, if you're trying to fit a lot of vegetables in, most likely you won't need to measure them because calories won't add up that quickly. Alright, so here's about a half cup of the onions. So I have the ground turkey, I also have the onions, and the rice mixture. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix this up. Okay, now for the fun part, the seasonings. So when you are cooking healthy or eating healthy in general, seasonings will be your best friend. More unhealthy foods will have, higher fat content, and that's what gives food its flavor. So when you remove that, like we're using ground turkey or lean ground turkey, you're removing a lot of the flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and throw a lot of flavor back into this food. I'm gonna have like a whole mix, my whole arsenal of seasonings over here. So I'll just go through them nice and quickly. Again, the amounts to everything will be listed below this video. I have a hot sauce here, Italian seasoning. This is just a blend of, oregano, thyme, rosemary, sage, things like that. Also have pepper, Himalayan pink salt. This is a lot better for you than just normal table salt, full of minerals. Also have garlic powder, Mrs. Dash seasoning. I pretty much make my own. These are a little bit more expensive, but it's nice because it's just a blend and they're salt-free, so sodium-free. Also have cumin. I have minced garlic here. I have the garlic powder already, but garlic lends a lot of flavor to food, so I like to add a lot of garlic. All right, I don't know how to say this. Worcestershire? Worcester? I don't know. Help me say this name. I don't know how to say it. Worcestershire sauce, and it's 5 calories per teaspoon, and it's basically vinegar, water, a little bit of sugar, anchovies, blah blah blah. Basically, it's low calorie and it adds a lot of flavor. Now for the sauce. So basically we have this whole mixture of beef, rice, onions, and traditionally canned tomato sauce will be used in stuffed pepper recipes, but that has a lot of sugar and you could just really make it your own so easily. So I have just plain crushed tomatoes. You can also get tomato sauce, but it's basically tomato puree. That's all it is. I'm going ahead and I'm gonna measure this out. I'm gonna start with 1 cup. So this is a half cup serving. I started with 1 cup. I'm gonna go ahead and stir it up. Smells so good. Okay, so as you can see, it's still a little bit dry. I'm gonna add a little bit more. So let's say 1 more half cup. So right now we're at 1.5 cups total. And remember guys, you can be creative with these recipes. You don't have to add exactly what I add. You can make it work for you. It's pretty good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the seasonings. Okay, I have 1 teaspoon minced garlic. Most of these seasonings are calorie free, so I actually don't really measure that closely. Of course you can, and I'll go ahead and put the amounts that I'm going to use in today, but normally if you're adding things like this, they're calorie free, so I like to load up on the seasonings. So we're going to do about a half tablespoon of salt. I'll go ahead and measure this, about a tablespoon of the Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of cumin. I already added minced garlic, but I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder. Maybe just a little bit of Mrs. Dash. This one is garlic and herb blend, so this one has garlic, onion, spices of black pepper, parsley, fennel, basil, bay, marjoram, and oregano, thyme, cayenne pepper, coriander, cumin, mustard, rosemary, celery seed, carrot, orange peel, and spiced strata. So as you can see, it has a lot of flavor. We have 2 tablespoons of this, I can't say it, Worcestershire, I don't know. And I am kind of sensitive to hot sauce, so I'm not going to add too much, but just a couple splashes adds a little bit of zing. If you are a hot sauce or a hot person, then hot sauce is a really good way to add a lot of flavor to your foods. Okay, now we stir. It's also a really good recipe because you can go ahead and enter the recipe into MyFitnessPal. It's an app where you can track your food. And I'll go ahead and do a video on that if you guys want me to. But basically you can enter all the ingredients and all the amounts that you used and divide up the servings. So in this case, this would be 6 servings. And it'll give you the amount for each serving. So you know exactly what you're intaking. That's important because if your goals are to have lean muscle, low body fat, or whatever your fitness goals are, it's important to at least get an idea of how much protein, carbs, and fat you're intaking. Okay, so here is the most important part, a taste test. Don't be afraid to taste the food, guys. You use a little more salt. Okay, perfect. So once you have this all mixed up, this is so easy, guys. You're gonna go ahead and distribute this mixture into the green pepper. Don't be afraid to really load these up, guys. So here's the first one. Doesn't that look delicious? And this is already cooked, so you could of course eat it like this, but what I like to do is once these are all done, put them in the pan, top it with a little bit of cheese, and then put them in the oven, and I'll show you that. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of these up. Okay, so I have all the meat and the rice mixture distributed in the peppers. And now this is a part where I do want to measure pretty accurately. So I'm going to go ahead and top each pepper with shredded cheese. So these are, things that you definitely want to measure, healthy fats, of course, and cheese especially. So this is a 2% milk Colby Jack cheese blend. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this on my scale. It says a 1/4 cup or 28 grams. I want it to be as accurate as I can, especially since I'm trying to track my macros closely right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a bowl on the scale. zero it out, and it says a quarter cup is 28 grams, so I'm going to actually do double that. So then I just take this cheese and I'm going to go ahead and evenly distribute it onto each pepper. Okay, so here they are. So I'm gonna go ahead and pat the cheese down. I'm transporting this, like as I said, we're going to a potluck, so I'm gonna transport this. I'm gonna cover it with foil, and then when we get there, I'm just gonna throw it in the oven. So just so I can pat this down to make it stay in there, but normally I would just preheat my oven to 350, and basically you're just gonna cook this until it's warm. Like I said, the meat is already cooked inside. The reason I do that is because if you were to cook them all together, you're not guaranteeing the meat gets cooked, as well as you could possibly overcook the green pepper and it would end up really, really soggy. So you don't want that. So these are perfect servings, guys. Definitely try this out, and I hope you like this. I hope it helps you intake some more vegetables, the green pepper and the onion. Of course, you have the tomato. Get creative. You can chop up little pieces of broccoli, or little pieces of zucchini, or get creative. It's a really good way to hide. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you try it out for yourself. Go ahead and list the recipe below, and let me know if you guys make this. Post a picture on my Facebook profile, because I want to see if you guys make these and see how much you like them for you and your family as well. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope you try this out for yourselves. Hard enough as it is to eat more vegetables, especially when there's so much fast food and so much crap at the grocery store. So any way that you can fit some more vegetables in, or fit some, higher protein, lower carbohydrates, good healthy fats in your diet, the better. All right, guys. More videos to come. I'll keep posting recipe videos if you want me to, as well as workout videos. And I hope to post a question and answer video something on my social media, on my Instagram and Facebook, letting you guys know when you can ask me pretty much any kind of questions, health and fitness related, and I will be happy to answer them for you. All right, guys, go ahead and go to the potluck and chow this food down. See you guys later.